Hello everyone, my name is Shiyi, and today I will going to provide innovation service of park-in ride system. This is my sequence for today. Based on market research and the previous analysis of campaign, the investigator found that the park-in-ride program had limitations and hidden problems in its implementation. For example, passengers are unable to determine whether there are parking spaces in the nearest park-in-ride parking lot, leading to a blind search for wasted time and unnecessary gas consumption. At the same time, the failure to accurately estimate the bus arrival time during the transfer phase of public transport increased negative emotions. In view of these two phenomena, I have summed up two important issues. First, the parking space in the parking lot cannot be rationally used. Secondly, passengers cannot determine the exact arrival time of the bus during the transfer. Therefore, taking TransLink as the prototype, I designed a network service system for parking ride, which is to obtain parking information and public transportation arrival time in the timely manner. As far as we know, the commuters have their own fixed working hours, so they are more demanding on the time. But if you drive private cars, it's easy to cause the traffic jam in the morning rush hour. However, due to the particularity of public transport, which has dedicated bus lines, taking public transport may get to work faster than private cars in the morning rush hour. According to the ABS World data, commuters are biggest customers of public transport, accounting for 66% of the total. Therefore, my persona is dedicated to a college student Zhao who needs to commute to school. My private problem statement for the persona is how might we making the best use of the parking spaces and allow passengers to complete the transfer in the shortest time. Next, I will show you my two ideas. First is to solve persona problem. I'm going to develop an app based on Queensland's TransLink prototype. TransLink is a transport network system in southeast Queensland with a separate website and app. On TransLink, we can directly search the itinerary and see the route of the bus to make people more aware of how long they have to wait. For my design principles, my app can help customers know the location and the parking information of park-in-ride parking lot nearby more clearly, so that passengers can reduce the loss of mileage and time for their cars. The second one is develop a sub-regional management policies to restrict vehicles in different regions. For example, in the parking lot of Garden City Interchange, only vehicles from Sunnybank were accepted after 9 a.m. each day. The park-in-ride park near Gaba will only accept the vehicles in the area of Kevin Grave during the specific period. For my inspiration, it comes from the common time-sharing parking mechanism. We can often see parking space on the side of the road with different rates depending on the time of a day. And my principles is still in order not to waste the social resource for the purpose of doing a good job of traffic parking diversion. My app is mainly aimed at solving consumers' problems. It can intuitively let consumers know the road condition information and the parking information. By using TransLink's bus traffic information function, the transfer time of the bus can be understood and reduced. In recent years, both TransLink and Google Maps have implemented functional updates to traffic information, but Google Map timetables are not accurate. Instead, TransLink has basically updated car schedules in real time. As a result, the new app prototype will add parking inspections capabilities to TransLink. Consumers can learn about the park lot in real time through the mobile app, such as the location and the number of parking spaces available. In terms of cost, the new app has high requirements on the facilities of the parking lot. First of all, a radar system should be installed in each parking space to direct the use of the parking space in real time. So it could be a big expense on radar. Fortunately, the installation of electronic radar can reduce the use of manpower. Parking red does not require messengers and counters at every entry, but still requires regular maintenance. According to the price of Amazon car radar, we can estimate that the price of a radar is around $300. A park lot is calculated based on 100 parking spaces, and each parking lot is calculated based on the cost of radar at $30,000. Fortunately, in the case of the bus radar, TransLink radar requirements could be used to reduce costs. And about my app's competitor, the indirect competitor of my new app are the Google Map and the Didi. Compared with my new app, is more functional, pays more attention to the accuracy of information, and minimize the time difference. The next is the risks of my ideas. The first concept one is about my new app. For example, as my persona Shuyi Zhao, after checking the parking lot and the bus time nearby, he needs time to drive the car to the parking place. However, while the private car is moving, other vehicles are likely to arrive at the designated parking place in advance, which means that Joe lost his parking space. In this case, car radar loses its meaning. Therefore, in order to solve this problem, the new app has set up a reservation system. That is, you can reserve a parking space within 30 minutes when you need it. If you do not park your car in the a designated parking space within the specific time, the reservation will become invalid, thus reducing unnecessary parking embarrassment. And for my concept 2, the survey, clear area limits will reduce problem of blinding parking, but it still have limitations. The policy does not involve causes, but drivers cannot prove their source to the parking lot operators, and there is still a risk for parking lots being full. This is my reference list, and thanks for your attention.